All right, we start tonight with breaking news as that manhunt for the escape killer Danelo Cavalcante enters a dangerous new phase. The fugitive is now armed with a .22 caliber rifle. Police confirm the escapee stole the gun last night from the garage of a homeowner in East Nantmeal Township. The homeowner fired several shots at Cavalcante, but the escapee took off, and it's not believed he was injured. The search perimeter is now shifting today to the area around last night's incident, and that's about 30 miles north of Chester County Prison, which is where Cavalcante was seen August 31st crab walking his way to freedom up prison walls. On this, day 13 of the manhunt, police say Cavalcante is desperate and dangerous. Schools around the search area were closed today. Residents were urged to keep doors and windows locked. Let's go now to NewsNation correspondent Dray Clark, live from Chester County with the very latest. Dray, what have we learned?
Elizabeth, good evening to you. It's been 13 days of searching and multiple sightings of Cavalcante by people here in the area and also on several home security cameras, but police have not been able to box him in long enough to make an arrest. This area you see here behind me is now part of that 8-square-mile perimeter that police are now intensely searching, trying to flush Cavalcante out. This fire department is now part of a command center for this perimeter here, and just down the road where you see that police officer there with the flashing red and blues, we saw a number of police vehicles going down that road about 2 minutes ago. We believe this is part of one of the main focal points for the search to find Cavalcante. Also, we know that right now drones and helicopters are also in the air. This area, by the way, is about 30 miles from the prison where Cavalcante escaped on August 31st. Now, events during the last 24 hours have caused a major shift in urgency to find the escaped killer. Cavalcante was seen at least 2 different times last night. He was first spotted in the area around 8:30 in the evening last night. A woman reported seeing him along the side of the road. She then turned around to make sure it was him, but she says by the time she got back, he was long gone. When search teams investigated, they found muddy footprints identical to the prison shoes Cavalcante has been wearing. And then 2 hours later, just after 10 o'clock last night, a homeowner here in South Coventry Township, Chester County, said Cavalcante casually walked into his garage wearing dark pants with no shirt and grabbed a rifle that was leaning on the garage and then ran away. That man told police he fired a pistol at Cavalcante but missed. Now police say Cavalcante is armed with a .22 caliber rifle. It has a scope and a flashlight mounted on it, and they say he has ammunition, making him even more of a danger to the public.
We have considered him dangerous right from the very start. It changes nothing. We have always considered him to be a risk. We just now absolutely know that he has a weapon.
Right now, 500 local, state, and federal officers and agents are searching and working around the clock to find Cavalcante. Officials are hoping their technological techniques, along with choppers and drones in the air and horses and dogs on the ground, will help them in eventually catching the convicted murderer. NewsNation spoke with former FBI investigator Jennifer Coffendorfer earlier today, and who tells us why she believes Cavalcante is continuously eluding the police.
It's a lot of area to cover. And as you can see by those photos, it's quite densely forested. Now, Cavalcante is from the Tucanas area of Brazil, and this is exactly the terrain he's used to, plantations and forested areas. And so this is home to him. And I think that's quite evident by his ability to continue to survive under these conditions.
And police continue to remind people here in the area to remain vigilant. Earlier today, many of them received multiple calls from the police reminding them to make sure they keep their doors and windows locked and to shelter in place. It cannot be understated that police are very concerned about just how violent Cavalcante is. He has already proven to be a murderer, and police say that he is becoming more desperate, and they say the more desperate he becomes, the more dangerous he will be, and they're really concerned he may actually end up using that rifle to continue to try and make his getaway from police. Elizabeth?
Dray, there's heavy rain expected to hit that area tomorrow. There are even some flash flood warnings from 2 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. How is that going to hamper the search? And I'm afraid that will play to Cavalcante's advantage because, as Jennifer just pointed out, he's used to jungle-like conditions. He escaped murder charges in Brazil by running into the jungle.
Yeah, he's very comfortable, obviously, in that terrain there because he spent so much time in it in Brazil. But Pennsylvania State Police are making it very clear. It doesn't matter how much it rains or how long it rains. They are prepared to continue conducting this search in the elements. They have everything they need. They assure the public to continue to work that effort to try and find him. So, yes, that heavy rain is expected to hit the area pretty hard tomorrow, but police say that will not be enough of a reason for them to scale back the search or even call it off. This is an around-the-clock, non-stop effort to get this man back behind bars, especially when you consider he is now armed with a rifle that also has a scope, which means that he can shoot from long distances, making him even more dangerous.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.